This is local Kansas City artist Phil Schaefer, also known as Psych Style. He's known for creating these giant chief murals around the Kansas City area. He likes to say there's no right or wrong way to interact with his art, so selfies are welcome, and if you don't want one, that's okay if you skip it. Here are a few other of his murals that he's created that aren't Chiefs paintings. He obviously has a wide variety of artistic skills, but we're going to focus on his chief murals for inspiration today. Okay guys, today we're going to play this Roll the Dice Chiefs game. So I know it looks a little complicated, but stay with me. Please pay close attention and we'll get through this together, okay? So we have this paper that we're going to color. And then we have this pattern sheet, okay? Now listen closely. You do not have to play this game. If you want to just look at the patterns for inspiration, pick some that you like to color with, you can. But I wanted to include the game in case you wanted to have a little bit more fun and try this out, okay? So here's what we're gonna do. So for my first section, so this first part, I'm gonna look at row 1, right here, row 1. And I'm gonna roll my dice. So depending on what my dice rolls on, that's gonna tell me what pattern I'm going to use, okay? So I'm gonna roll the dice. Make sure it stays on the table. If it leaves the table, you don't get to use the dice anymore. We should not throw them really hard so they're rolling off the table. They should stay on the table. Okay, so I rolled the dice and I got a 1. So I'm going to look at the dice and see which one matches. Look, this one matches with this one. So I'm going to do this one because this was my first roll and my first part. So I got this one, so I'm gonna color this with stripes. Now that I'm done coloring, it's time for me to roll the dice again, okay? So for this next part, so I'm going to roll and look at this part of my paper. So I'm gonna take my dice where it says roll 2. I got a 3, so I'm gonna match it up. So it's on this row, okay, here. So I've rolled this one. This is my second roll. I've matched it up with the 3. And I'm going to do this design, okay? So now I'm gonna do this design on my next part of my Chiefs because I rolled a 3 on my second roll. Now it's time for my third roll. So I'm gonna be looking at these patterns right here. So I'm gonna roll my dice. I got a 2. So I'm gonna patch it up. There's a 2. It's my third roll, and I'm gonna do some zigzag lines for my pattern. Time for my last roll for my fourth one and my last spot. I got a 2, the smiley face. But you know what? Like I said before, if you guys want to choose your own, I really wanted to do this pattern, so I'm gonna do this one instead, okay? I could keep rolling until I got a 5 if I just wanted to have a little bit of fun. Oops, see, I got a 5. Or I can just be like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna do this one instead. Okay, there's my Chiefs. If you guys want to color the inside of the Chiefs, you can do that too. As a reminder, you need to be careful with the dice. Do not roll it off the table or you won't get to use it anymore, okay? And then also look how nicely I did my pattern. So you could, you need to make sure that you are coloring nicely. You're not just scribbling. We're actually adding some patterns to this and we're not just coloring it because we're gonna take our time and do a really, really good job on this. Something that we're proud of, okay? Hope you guys have fun today.